Aries, my Ram friends. To save some time, I shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10 card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences for the week. And as always, I'll be teaching the tarot through each card. So you not only receive your forecast, you start to grow your own intuitive skill sets and relationship with the cards, because that's what this channel is all about, using tarot for our benefit to get our betterment. And your betterment is all about following your heart this week. Allow that to shine, to be like the lantern in front of you, to lead your way through the pathway into tomorrow. You need to respect and honor and acknowledge your power, your spirit, your intelligence, and your ambition. Okay, that's all coming alive this week, along with the shedding of the past, and most importantly, the shedding of the fight for your identity, of who you are, how you want to be, how you want to live, how you want to love, how you want to work. It's all been there, and now this new turn on the wheel is offering the opportunity to engage your heart in new creative ways and loving ways. Okay, and I just want you to believe in yourself, because there's so much good stuff happening. And most importantly, don't tell yourself you're too tired, or more importantly, don't sit on the accolades of yesterday, because a new day is dawning and it's dawning around you, and you're not going to be able to change that, Aries, and that's where your betterment is. Okay, let's just kick off why I'm saying it. And the first card placement is a significator. The general gist of the overall reading is the Two of Cups. This is a beautiful card. It means falling in love with yourself, falling in love with other people, the world in general. We get that kind of little crushed feeling of our heart that applies to every day, and it gives us a little spring in our step, in our spirit. It's a wonderful rejuvenation that you really deserve, and it's also kind of a little mini platform state for you to be able to build on the area of the cups, which is our heart, our emotional flow, our feeling, our intuition, our subconscious. All those things get heightened when the Two of Cups starts to arise in our heart. So it's really a beautiful card. But what's so interesting here is the crossing card, which is also a reflection of Aries in my deck. So the crossing card is not allowing the Two of Cups to fully manifest and enjoy the joyride of the love right now, okay? And the Ace of Wands is the upsurge of energy, of opportunity and potential in the area of the creative. But in my deck, you've already accomplished some stuff. You've got that big wand of imagination. I'm the Emperor, so I know some things. But because it's at a crossing card, so let's say you maybe are undermining your own thought pattern or narrative, then telling yourself you can't attract the right person because you don't have this or that. Or you're telling yourself that you need to stifle that creative energy, that uniqueness that makes Aries so special, right? And especially you so special. So wherever, or maybe I'll also say this, you may be in a relationship or people in situations that could touch partnerships and friendships as well, in situations that are not stirring that creative energy anymore. So bring it back into play here, Aries, if that's your kind of relationship responsibility as well, okay? And it all stems from this. The seventh card placement is the way that we're feeling about ourselves, and the Three of Swords is a celebratory state. 3, 6, 9 in the area of tarot numerology, and also to the swords, but to the ancient tarot, it was most importantly our identity. You might have seen this card in other decks with the heart with the 3 swords pierced through it. It's literally killing off the patriarch, the authority, the stereotypical, archetypical ways that we have to be with community and family. And it's you just emerging with your own stuff, your own identity, the only way that you want to live your life. And dig me, don't dig me, but you're digging yourself. And that's crucial in the Three of Swords. And that gets combined with that Two of Cups here. So celebrate that love that you're feeling for yourself and that you want to spread out into the outside world. Or if you're connecting in different people in different ways, know that it's based more upon who you are today than were yesterday, because that was the journey of the swords. You're breaking that. And I'll also say this, because it's the Ace of Wands, if you want to break that stereotypical way of being a person in a relationship, like let's say there's old habits that you'd like to leave behind, or viewpoints or traditions, whatever that case is for you, that's holding you back from your true kind of love, of being your lone love language and being able to love fully and vulnerably. You know what I mean? Just break that kind of stuff as well, because that would be a reflection of the Three of Swords, and let that emotional energy flow. And let ambition flow too in your thinking, because In the third card placement, like the top of the matter in the 10 card spread, I like to say God's placement of how to navigate. So we have the major arcana card of the Chariot. It's so cool, the Chariot, because it's our ambition ready to drive forth. But we've learned mastery of thought. So we are allowing our thinking to be of the purest, of logic and intuition combined. That's the reflection of the white horse and the dark horse. We're not going to be pulled in either direction. We're not going to be pulled in being off balance. That's the mastery of our thought. Whatever starts up there comes out our words, our actions, our attitude, and our approach. It's the drive to accomplish and use the past accomplishments that we have to move them forward. It's a ambition as well, get ignited, and especially sitting under the Two of Cups. So you've got all this stuff. So let's say in work stuff, something's not mumbo jumbo happening for you in a really good way. You know that you've got the wherewithal to make something happen. And I'm also saying this for those entrepreneurs or those trying to something happen outside of just like regular work things, like, let's say you're an actor and you're still working as a waiter, you're a waitress or something. That's the reflection of this. And don't bum yourself out. Don't look at it as a bad thing. It's all part of the process of being able to take your ambition and harness it and move it forward. So trust in that reflection there, because you've got it. And you've got some special energy as well, even in the fourth card placement. I love this. We have another major arcana card in the base of the matter in the 10 card spread. And I like to say the gut feeling. So you're really special. You got a special shine on you. You even have the ability to bring the gold coin to you and give a good light and divine order to other people. That's all the reflection of the sun. It's a major arcana card. So it's a big deal. When major arcana cards appear, we're having a life lesson. And both of these are in the present. The sun represents that the ancient tarot was coming out of a dark time of enlightenment, of emotional and spiritual maturity. It's the things, the tough stuff that make us learn some stuff and how to rebalance ourselves and move forward in a new direction. That's always for our betterment, as difficult as it may be. And the sun is a reminder of that message. It's a reward for you having done the right things during those dark times. And now you're coming into the light. And to the ancient tarot, it opened up like your heart and your head to allow like a fresh breeze rather, and like a laser beam of sun to come in and zap all those insecurities, fears, and anxieties and doubts that were built up during that trying time of emotional enlightenment, right? Or spiritual enlightenment. It's not going to be the sunny stuff that gets you there. It's going to be the dark, shadowy stuff. And the sun is there to like bask in you. And we're for selling ourselves or our ideas, everything gravitates to the sun. So it gets another little divine order here as well. So that's in your gut, especially with the top of the matter, with the base. I have that ambition. I have some drive. I've got some stuff I want to achieve for myself and for others, and the sun allows you to, again, that's lighting your pathway into the future. I just love it. So don't let anything hold you back either, because that's part of the lesson here. That was the reflection. That's the fifth card placement, is what's leaving our life right now. And the 5 of Cups. Oh, 5. So that's 1 comes 10. 1 is new directions, new starts. And the 5 of Cups is good luck in the area of the heart. And 5 is good luck in the area of tarot and numerology. But in tarot, there's always a conflict, some sort of friction to get over to get to the good luck, some sort of lesson, right? And it's the only time you'll see the cups turned over in the journey of the heart, right? And it's because people have come along and kicked them over. They didn't respect your heart. They had they were shady or underhanded, whatever those kind of life lessons that we have to learn when we have the journey of our emotions, right? And when we're putting them out and maybe what we're getting in return, and it might not have been the best, but that's part of the lesson of how we get to knowing what we want out of life and knowing what we don't want. And that's a reflection of the 5. It's always, you'll see 1 or 2 cups still standing. It's a potential and opportunity to move forward, and your love is still there. It's more defined now. It's held in a more secure chalice, and you could be able to give it lovingly and vulnerably too. So don't be afraid of any of that stuff, even if you had to have a hard look at people and situations in your life where they needed to go by the wayside, and you had to learn some stuff as well that way, okay? Even with our own actions, that would be another reflection of that too, from past relationships, even partnerships or friendships. Whatever that case is that drives you to say, oh, I like this kind of behavior, or I don't. I want this kind of person in my life, and I want to be able to respond in kind. So these kinds of things are, like I said, it's a past reflection, and you've been thinking about it, and you're really coming to a steady balance. And I love what I'm seeing in the 6 card placement, because that's what's happening now. Oh, 5 and 6 here. The 6 of Swords. This is so cool. So this in 6 is 12. So 3 is celebratory state, and 6 is a celebratory state. 3, 6, 9 in tarot numerology. And in Tarot, it means like a pause state, an acknowledgement state that you've really got some stuff going on. You have to pat yourself on the back. You're like more than halfway through the minor arcana of the suit of the swords. And the swords are our thoughts, our intelligence, our intellect, our communication in regards to that intellect, our honesty, our truth, and not only just ourselves, but with other people. It's integrity, it's ethics. It's also too strategy and analytical thinking, and a lot of it has probably been applied to get to the six. That's a reflection of it. And you need to celebrate yourself and pat yourself on the back for taking up the journey. And again, like coming through the Three of Swords, it's never easy killing off that past reflection of who we are, but it no longer served you because it was kind of compromising who you were, and you needed to step into your own light. That's why the sun is there. And believe in that, okay? And trust it, because you're digging it and everybody else will. And if they don't, then let them go by the wayside too. But that's not the reflection here. It's more about you just stepping forward and letting everything else come to you, because you've got a little extra light, like I said, of the divine order of the sun, and that kick of the spirit in the Two of Cups. And then the Six of Swords, we get to put down the swords. We get to put down the fight. We're going into safe harbor, and it's a reflection that you did it. So it's, it's hard because it's like it should be celebratory, like I said, but it's hard because we've been through so much tough stuff at this point. It's hard to even see the celebration, but that's what this is all about. That's why God's stirring your heart in that new love way. That's a perfect way to kind of set a fire under an Aries, to get your heart engaged and that creative energy. So don't let anything not be in balance there. Honor your heart, respect it, because that's the only way forward, all right? And so we know we've earned that 7 card placement of the Three of Swords. Congratulations here as well. You're coming into your own person, and I'm loving it. And other people see you as someone that's done a lot of work. And the 8th card reflection of how other people view us in that placement is the Page of Cups. And literally means self-love. It's the young, youthful stirrings in the area of the heart, the flow of our emotions. And in tarot, like I said, it means self-love. So we need to give ourselves some self-love, self-care. And other people are ready to give you that space. So wherever you need to maneuver or put up those boundaries, or give yourself some space to be able to kind of see different dimensions, like handle 2 different things going on at the same time, or a variety of things, that would be the Chariot. We can't let those responsibilities and obligations or new starts where we have to do other things at the same time feel like a burden or overbearing to us, okay? So look at that reflection of how you can bring a lot of self-love in combination with this new heart and this new kind of stirring of the creativity. I know you believe in your power, so let's start to execute it, especially with the area of your own heart, okay? And I think part of it is too, it's no coincidence that sitting on the Page of Cups in the 9th card placement is our hopes and fears, is the 10 of Wands. And this is really kind of a great placement to understand the 10. In the exalted state, we need to move on. That's the hope of it, right? We need to move on to a new creative idea, because we're ending the minor arcana suit of the Wands, which is our creative energy, imagination, inspiration, materialized in the real world, right? So you've already done that. I've got the golden fleece of accomplishment in mind deck, but the downside is we could linger there. Like, I've already accomplished this stuff. I've already done this stuff. What am I going to do now? It won't be as this, or I have to go to A, B, and C. Stop that, Aries, okay? And once you start to get that heart engaged and believe in your own power of your creativity to execute it forward, okay, magic happens. So it's just a reflection. We can't linger here, because those wands end up crushing us, and then it really becomes a mess to get out of it, to move on in a new direction. The sign here is the hopeful sign that the new circle of wheel of life is turning in your favor, and you know it. So start to believe in it and move forward and trust it, okay? Start to take one step and see where it goes. You don't have to be committed to anything, but just start to take the endeavor of the first step to see what happens, okay? That's what this is all about. And you've been thinking about it for a while, Aries. It's been appearing for a long time, my Ram friends. And here we get a reflection of that message as well. And the 7 of Cups in the 10th card placement is our outcome card. The 7 is a contemplation, meditation of new moves in the area of the heart. But see, all your cups are there. No harm done getting to this level in the minor arcana, right? So we're almost at the 10. Just like the Wands, we're winding up. But at this point, God is asking, and the universe is saying, what do you want to really do next for your heart? Based on all that journey up to the 7, what do you want to do next? And I'll also say, whatever it is that you're doing right now for that area of the heart, there's a contemplation that something needs to be a refresh, because the 7 is a crossroads stage for me. Because if you were really happy where you have going on for the heart, you wouldn't be at the contemplation meditation stage, right? So just look at that honestly as well. And the only answer that you need to say is, what's going to make my heart jump for joy, and what's going to make my creative energy start to spark up, and I could use that solar power energy of the sun to move me and my ambitions and my heart forward, right? And this is so wonderful as well. In the bonus card, we've got the Hierophant here, another major arcana card. So another life lesson in the present. We're coming out of that dark cave. You'll almost always see him in a room of some sort, because we need to get isolated, to retreat, to get that connection with God and the universe, to kind of get ourselves emotionally steady, spiritually steady, to understand how we want to love, how we want to work. All those things take time. It's like a good stew. You need to brew and simmer, and God has been adding the little spices and little things to make you really nice and be able to go out and feed the world right now. Be of service to yourself and to others. That's a reflection of the Hierophant. He takes the universal message of God and makes it a material reality. He's religion, he's tradition, he's the healer, he's the teacher. So wherever you want to be able to move yourself closer to God and to help other people would be a definitely great reflection of the Hierophant. Don't poo-poo those either, okay? Because you have something to offer. That's what God's saying. So wherever that is, first heal yourself, get that completed, so you can enjoy the big boost of love and creative energy and everything else that's happening, because it's a really good week for you. Small bit on the calendar out of the 52 year, but it's a big deal for you to really kind of plant your flag and say, this is how I'm going to move forward, because God's got your back. So thank you for visiting the channel, and thank you everyone for watching and for subscribing. And I just can't say thank you enough. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed, if you like this content, if you would consider it, we're growing the channel. It's so cool to meet other tarot like-minded people. And thank you, my Ram friends.